Hello, viewers. Thanks for joining us on Quest AL TV. Today, we've got a ship build inspired by the USS Defiant from Star Trek's Deep Space Nine. And we're going to go to the ship parts menu here. All right, I'm going to leave this up on the screen. You can pause it here if you want to see all the different ship parts that you need to build the ship. I got as close as I could with the cowling. We'll talk about that a little bit, but it's meant to be, like I said, a ship inspired by the Defiant, and hopefully we'll enjoy flying it. We're definitely going to take off, go into outer space. So we've taken a mission to destroy a ship, and so hopefully we can make this thing work. It's a B-class ship. You will need piloting 3, and you'll need starship design pretty high. I think 3, but it may be 4. So we'll check it out as we do the ship. And I'm just going to pull the ship apart by the part menu here when I get in there, and then we can see how it builds up. All right, here we have the ship already built, but we're going to go part by part. So we're going to start. We always like to start with the landing bay, right? Get that thing aligned with the ground. If for some reason when you start it's not aligned with the ground, you can hit R or F to get it aligned with the ground. Okay, and then we're going to use the Stroud all-in-one berth 2x1 and place that on the back of the NG6 landing bay from Nova Galactic. Okay, now I've chosen the control station here because it gives me more crew slots, but you can choose whichever ones you want for these habitations. Then the Stroud workshop. I like to be able to work on my weapons and spacesuit. Stroud all-in-one berth 2x1. Give you a place to sleep and some more passenger slots, right? Stroud Cap A is the next thing. This is the port 4 top. That goes in front of the habitation on the right as you're facing the ship. And then on the starboard side, we'll put another one of these, Stroud Cap A. Okay. And then we've got 2 more Stroud Cap A's that go on the side of those habitations. This one goes on the port side, but it's the aft version of this. You can do that by hitting the arrow keys. Get the aft version of that for the inversed wing cowling there. And another Stroud Cap A on the other side. Then we're going to put in the Viking CP220 cockpit from Stroud Eklund. And that goes right in front of the central habitation there, the Stroud control station that we have. Okay. And that has 4 crew stations automatically, so that's pretty cool. Now we're going to put our engines on here. We're going to put the Dunn 71 engine from Ammon Dunn that requires Starship Design Rank 4. And we're putting those underneath the Stroud Cap A aft cowlings. All right. And then we're going to place another one right behind the habitation, right here, right behind that central habitation. We're going to put that Dunn 7. We're putting the Dunn 41 engine here. We don't need the 71. So it's on the list as a 71, but you can get the lesser expensive Dunn 41 for this because it allows us to have the mobility that we needed. All right, the NG2 Docker starts to create the what would be the bridge. Now we're going to use this cockpit as our bridge, but this would be the bridge of the Defiant. Now, just to give you an idea of scale, this thing's going to have 1,480 kilograms of cargo, but the Defiant has approximately 100 metric tons of cargo. So it's not a Starfield sized individual ship, right? So we're going to put this 104DS mag inertial reactor right behind this NG2 Docker. This has 39 generated power, is a B-class reactor, and requires Starship Design Rank 4. And of course, piloting 3 just because it's a B reactor. Then we're going to take the Aurora 13G grav drive. Now it has 33 grav jump thrust and is a B-class grav drive. Okay. Now we're going to put some landing gear on this thing. And right behind the NG6 landing bay, we're going to place the... I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. I tend to zoom out. Right behind that, we're going to place our first AccuLander 11 landing gear from Stroud Eklund. Okay. Now I'm going to delete these other two here and just go back over. You can hit Control G on one of these pieces and then just duplicate it. We're going to put these AccuLanders right behind each other down the central fuselage underneath here. Okay. All three of those AccuLander 11 landing gears. Then we're going to put the Warden SG400 shield generator from Sextant Shield Systems. And we're going to place that right there. You can place it wherever you want. I had originally hidden it inside of the ship's fuselage, but I think it's fine right there. It generates 1125 shield max health and requires Starship Design Rank 4. Okay, now we're going to put some cowling for the ship. We're going to put the Deimos Wing A in the aft position here. And once again, you can take these pieces here and you can flip them around to their position with the arrow keys. We're going to put another Deimos Wing A on the starboard side over here in the aft position. And I'll show you that flip here. So while I have this piece in underneath my cursor there, I can just hit the arrow key to flip these around. But this is going to create the cowling for what would be the bridge area up here. So we've got a total of 4 of those. Deimos Wing A. And then we've placed some weapons on this. Now the place for the weapons on the Defiant is right here in this area. But I think this is close enough out on the wing. It'll give a cool look when we're shooting down enemies. And I've used the PBL 175 Auto Helion beam. It's got a fire rate of 6 and a hull damage and shield damage of 19. At that fire rate, the DPS is going to be higher than it appears for the 19 hull and shield damage. And that's going to require Starship Design Rank 4. And that is placed on the weapon placement here on the Deimos Wing A. And another one on the other side. Okay? Then we have the Atlatl 280B missile launcher. That causes 141 hull damage and 141 shield damage, and we've got 2 of them for the recharge rate. 1 on each of the Deimos wings. Underneath, on the weapon placement underneath the Deimos wing. And that requires Starship Design Rank 3. Okay? Now we're going to take 2 equipment plates and place them on top of the ship. I normally only have 1 turret on the ship for the 3rd weapon system, but I'm going to try out 2. So we've placed 2 equipment plates from Tayo on top of the reactor and grav drive. And then we're going to place the KE-42 cannon turret from Ballistic Solutions. It has a range of 1500, a fire rate of 2.5, hull damage of 45, and shield damage of 14, requires Starship Design Rank 3. Now, I'll put it in the video's description, but you'll need your own ship builder to build this ship. But you won't need to go visit any star yards for unique pieces. You will just need to have visited those star yards before so that these pieces can be in your list, right? Now we're going to add to the front of the command deck up here the M30 Ulysses helium tank on either side. That has 100 grav jump fuel. You could add more fuel to your ship, of course. Make the ship your own. And if you want more than 200 total fuel for your jumps, then you could add fuel in some other way. There are places underneath the ship where we'll put some optional cargo where you could place those things. Now, to create the reverse cowling on the ship, I'm going to use the Nova Cowling 2L in the aft position. Okay. Port and starboard. So you can take this piece and you can cycle through with the arrow keys, left and right. That's the front piece. This is the mid piece. And then this is the aft version. Starboard aft version, port aft version. Okay. And then behind this Dun 41 engine, we're going to place the Shroud engine bracer. It creates a cool narrow cowling for the back of the Defiant, I think like it is in the images that I've seen. And I think that's good. Okay, now underneath the ship on the sides of the Acculanders, I'm going to place these Caravel V102 cargo holds. I wanted the ship to have a little bit more cargo. So I've placed these under here. And then for the cowling on the ship, you can see that from the front, we still have this negative space under each of the sides of the Defiant. And it sort of creates this cowled look to the wings that contain the nacelles. And then these engines will light up when we take off. This one will also light up, but it'll be sort of concealed a little bit by the Shroud engine bracer. Okay? And the general look of the Defiant, we've created that front rounded look with this cowling here. And it's not great, but since we could pull this out to here and put more habs in and create more of a rounded look for this, but then it doesn't line up with the back for the cowling. I didn't like it. I tried it out, didn't like it. So once again, it's a ship inspired by the Defiant. But we've got the cockpit sticking out on the front here. And then for coloring, I colored the entire ship by double-clicking and then hitting J for color and using this gray color to color the entire ship. And then you can use whatever coloring you want, but the Defiant in its colored version, when you see a colored version of the ship, it has some yellow coloring on the cockpit here in about this fashion. We can only use whatever coloring they have for the 3 sections in Starfield. And then it has some blue in the front and along these habitations here. And then some red markings on the wings and some red markings from fore to aft on the sides. So I've colored some of these pieces in their 2 and or 3 sections with just a little bit of red. Okay? So now in order to get your weapon systems all fixed up, you hit C for your flight check, go into your weapon systems, assign the auto helium beam to your left click, assign missile launcher to your right click, and then since these are automatic, the KE-42 cannon turret can be assigned to what would be G on the PC. We won't need to hit that. It'll happen automatically. Okay? So let's get out into space. We'll accept this. Make it our home ship. See how it looks sitting up here. Pretty cool. We have a mobility of 100 on this particular ship, and we have shield of 1100. 1125. So if you have the opportunity to assign Vasco to your ship, you can increase your shield. And then we also have Barrett and Andrasia assigned, and Sarah Morgan. All right. And then once we're up in space, we can check this, and our shield will go up because Vasco will increase that. So let's get up here and take this mission. Watch her take off from the...
Dust off complete.
Those Aculanders providing some central lift. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's get our energy distributed appropriately. Let's fully power our ballistic systems. That's a pretty good energy distribution for the ship. Now, if we didn't want to use our grav drive, we could fully power the engine. But we're going to use the grav drive to jump to our mission. We're going to hit L to jump to our mission. Destroy the Crimson Fleet Reaper at Olympus. So we may have to search for him in the Olympus system. But we're going to jump over there. Hopefully get to watch it grav jump here. They're all about the same, right? I mean, as far as the grav jump, but there we go.
We're here, hot off the stellar slide.
Okay, let's get our, now that we've already grav jumped, we are going to put that last power in the engine. Hello, first time chat from Jarminx. Nice to have you here. You're going to be famous on YouTube. We're putting this USS Defiant inspired build on YouTube. So now we're going to go to our map. And then here we're going to have... Oh, thank you. I like to dress up for you guys. So over here is the ship that we're looking for, the Crimson Fleet Reaper. Got our systems all powered up. Let's see how we do. The Defiant's off to another place in this same solar system. So, okay, let's go to this and check. See, Vasco has increased our shield to 1350. Okay? So let's see how we do. We're going to boost to get away from that. There we go. Now we've got a Crimson Fleet Ghost. It's also going to join in on the fight here. Oh, that is good. Let's get a missile lock on this thing, though, and see what we get. Let's boost out to him. Get that missile lock on there. Oh, yeah. These Atlatl missiles are just brutal. Shield's still at 98%. We're tearing this guy apart. I accidentally killed him. All right. Well, it's really important to have those crew members on your ship so that you can get those things done. We're not going to be able to pick any of these things up, but maybe we'll see what we would have gotten. Oh, thanks for following. That's awesome. Now you can see when I'm on. Let's go and see what the Crimson Fleet Ghost had over here. Boost out there and take a look. Some tungsten. And the Ghost 2 over here somewhere. Shipbuilding is so much fun. I like it a lot. Yeah, just some tungsten on that. And this was the Crimson Fleet Reaper. But we've got some great maneuverability on this ship. I think that the ship looks great in space. Of course, like I said, it's nowhere near to the scale of the Defiant. Even I was looking at the Millennium Falcon as well. Now, the Millennium Falcon also has 100 tons, 100 metric tons of cargo capacity. So even the Millennium Falcon is a much larger ship than the ships that they're showing in Starfield. I'm not sure, honestly, that Bethesda did a whole lot of looking into the science fiction ships. We got up over 600 on that boost there. That's pretty good. I'm not sure they did a whole lot of research on these ships because the ships of the size that they build that we build at the shipbuilder in Starfield should have a lot more cargo capacity than they do, I believe. And I think that it would have been nicer if we had A-class ships that were smaller and more agile, even though that's sort of how they've built it. I think that it could have been more of a diverse it could have been more diversity between the A, B, and C class ships. Yeah, I would love a DLC on shipbuilding. I need some diagonal builds. I need some nacelle mounts like they have in Star Trek for the various ships, because some of the ship builds that I've done have just, whatever pieces we've got. So we're going to try and keep this one fairly short. So let's head to the close-up here. I'm the picture in the Constellation main room there, where the armillary is and where their planning table is, and all of that. Thanks for following me, Jarmix. That's awesome. I hope you see me on later. I'll be streaming something later today, 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And I'll go to my scheduled end screen here so you can see all my social media. Please follow me on my social media. Send me the pictures of the ships that you've built, questions that you have about Starfield, and I'll look into whatever you would like to know. And I play Baldur's Gate on Fridays most times with the Wolfpack. Starfield, of course, that's what we're building, ships for YouTube. And we also do some adventures with Cersei. And we play Minecraft. Ark Survival Ascended starts this week, and I'm looking forward to getting back into some dinosaurs. And then we play Valheim with Teetering Turtle, the superhero Viking partner that we have for that. And, just check my schedule and follow if you can. And we will see you next time on Quest ALTV.